freaking punk! I've been drinking green tea all goddamn day!
Oh! Man, he hit his ass with a parking cone, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
God, I go to church every goddamn Sunday. You gonna bring the demons out of me?
Hello and welcome to Two Guys and a Few Good Men. I am TJ Washuk.
And I'm Garrett Lowberg.
And this is Movie Lowdown for the week of April 15th, 2019.
Yeah, this week's a little different. We don't have a review per se for a movie this week. We've just got a regular news and trailer.
Yeah, this week was La La Reina. Wasn't really too excited about seeing that. Other than that, there was some Netflix movies. The Silence came out. Kind of didn't really want to see that either. Just looks like a Bird Box, Quiet Place knockoff type of a movie. And I'm, busy watching other things.
Hell yeah.
TV shows and whatnot.
Yeah.
But other than that, let's get right into the
news. Oh my gosh! We never do this.
No. Every week.
I will say, man, I really do like doing this every week. And now that we've moved to Facebook, all you Facebook fans, we really appreciate you guys. We didn't know we had that much of a following until we saw how much you guys engage, and we really do appreciate you guys. So just before we get into the news, just a quick thank you.
I know our home base has been YouTube for a while, but not many people that we know use YouTube too often. So that's why we moved to Facebook as well. Just FYI.
Oh, by the way, if you're watching this and you disliked all 5 of those videos, it's okay because you still viewed it. So
yep. Gotta capitalize on the haters.
Yeah, right? We appreciate your feedback, which you didn't even give any. So
yeah,
thanks for the view.
Appreciate it. So first up, what do we got?
So first up, we've got a little bit of news into Star Wars, the new movie number 9,
Return of Skywalker.
More like Return of the Sith.
Return of.
So J.J. Abrams has gone on recently saying that Rey's parents maybe didn't have to fully do with what was going on in number 8, but it was more like there's more to be added to it.
So basically, they said in 8 or 1, there's episode 7. They said that her parents were drunks and they sold her for alcohol or drinks.
I think that was the last movie.
It was the last
Jedi.
Okay.
They were nobody.
They were filthy junk traders who sold you off for drinking money. The dead in a pauper's grave in the Jakku Desert.
Yeah, so
and it was kind of like a really short scene, really short dialogue between
it was kind of a gut punch too,
yeah,
because people were expecting to have news on who Rey's parents were. So to find that out, it was kind of like a gut punch. But they're kind of saying now, like, don't worry, we still got more. Which my theory.
There's more to it. Is what they're saying now.
And my theory is, I don't think that that's Luke Skywalker's voice, even though it may seem like it at the beginning in the trailer. It's like, I've taught you all this stuff. I was hoping, whatever he says, I still don't think it sounds like Luke Skywalker. Maybe I need to listen to it with headsets on. But I always, when I watched it the first time, I thought that was maybe like Rey's dad saying something like, oh, we've trained you, or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's still more to come in this movie, so if you did get turned off by that, that's a good news for you, because then you might have something that comes up out of this next movie.
It's kind of like they're throwing just Star Wars fan fiction into this movie.
They really are. It feels like, with Lando Calrissian coming back.
Yeah, what?
I mean, like, the only thing that I could see that really would just throw everybody off is if they bring back Luke Skywalker in this movie and they shut him up the whole time and don't say he's in it.
Well, he's going to be one that Jedi ghosts,
Yeah.
He's definitely going to be that.
So we have another story coming out of Star Wars. Did you want to go over this one? I know this one was a little bit more.
Yeah, so there was the Star Wars Celebration last week. There was no movies announced per se, but one of the leads at Lucasfilms talked to MTV, and they asked her if they would do a Knights of the Old Republic movie. They said that it's on the table. They've been talking about it, of course, but they kind of want to see what they want to do moving forward. They're not really sure yet.
Yeah, and the problem too was I know that they talked about slowing down on some of these Disney films.
They were saying that they don't want too much Star Wars to be out there, to kind of bring it back more, to do one a year, or less even, because they were going to try to do 2 a year when Solo came out, and they kind of backpedaled on it because it didn't do so well money wise. Even though a lot of people didn't like those movies, Rogue One and Solo, those were my favorites so far. And I'm sorry for the fans that really like the franchise, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. But really excited for Knights of the Old Republic if it comes out, because I think they could do so much with it. Yeah, there's a lot of good storylines, and that's actually one of the personal favorites I think of a lot of people. Their first personal favorite series. By Star Wars in their canon. So yeah, even though that they did say that they weren't going to be moving on any of these, I guarantee you in the near future they'll be bringing that up. Yeah, once this movie ends, we'll start seeing some new news pop up from Star Wars, and we'll see what movie's going to be coming out, because they're definitely going to do another franchise series. Because this is just the end of the Skywalker franchise. They're going to do a different
They're going to have to do a new branch.
They're done with Skywalkers after this. We'll see. Next up, speaking of
we've got New Mutants has been bumped again. This is actually another movie pass for us, because this movie just keeps getting hit in the face, and like I guess we don't really know how bad this movie was, but like from the footage that we saw first, I feel like it didn't look that bad. No. It looked relatively pretty good. So the fact that this has been pushed back again to a unknown date, do you want to go over some of the timeline of this pretty much? Yeah, so first off, this movie started filming July 2017. And then it said it was going to be released in the next year, which was what? It was actually April 13th, 2018 was their initial release. Yeah. And then they said, we're going to do some reshoots. They did some reshoots. And then it was moved to February 22nd of this year. Obviously, that never came out this year, so they moved it to August 12th, where you're kind of getting those more summer movie endings. So yeah, it keeps getting moved back, and it's just one of those movies that's going to keep getting moved back. So yeah, like we were saying last week, or not last week, was it last week we were talking about this? Beetlejuice being shelved. No, I'm talking about this movie. It's been 3 weeks ago. Yeah, we talked about maybe. It's most likely going to be like a Hulu. Yeah, or Disney Plus movie. Yeah. I don't think they want to chance it in theaters and have it bomb. So, when it'll be released, we don't know. Yeah. Whether it'll be released it's not just this year. Yeah, that's what they said. That's all we know. So we'll continue watching out for that news. And speaking of which, we got some interesting news about physical media, which is not surprising. Yeah. So fun little story. A couple years back, really what jumped me off in getting into movies was I worked at Z Records, which is a record store out here, and it basically sells movies, CDs, records. It's like a used. Most everything that we have back there in that is from Zia. But when I was there, I could rent movies easier, and it was easy to buy movies because they were $2.99 compared to like going to the store and buying them for $16.99 or sometimes Blu-rays are like $30 if you're buying a Disney movie. Yeah, so I noticed there that physical media really wasn't being bought, like especially new movies, but older movies get bought up in higher amounts. I feel like. So because people want to collect classics, So I think that's where they're getting hit with this whole people not buying physical media, is because a lot of the new stuff is extremely expensive. Blu-rays, I know that they're going down, but they're about $24. I think Bumblebee was $26.99 at Fry's. I saw Get Out is only $10 now. Is it? Yeah, and that came out last year. So I think once like a year passes, they start dropping in price now. But still, I mean, people aren't going to go a year later. They're already going to have Netflix. They want it now. Like that's what most people want. So when they have a streaming service like Amazon, where you can go on there and find most of the movies out there, or go on Netflix or iTunes and get it there. Why wouldn't you? And I agree, because I watch it at home on my media. I'll put it on my computer and stream it from my TV.
Yeah, it's really easy to do. So what are the numbers here?
So basically in 2014 there was $25.2 billion in physical media, and it's dropped to, in 2018 it's about 13.1.
13.1, and I think those numbers are strictly just buying new.
Yeah,
we were
exactly.
talking about this before the show, that they don't count like record store sales that are used, or I guess. I don't know other places. GameStop what might sell movies. I don't know.
Well, a lot of like Fry's
or
sell
Fry's,
those.
yeah.
So and there's not any Blockbusters or movie stores anymore. So it's not like
House of the Used.
Yeah, those places are mostly where you're gonna find those. I mean, Target's got a section, but mostly it's everything new.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a pretty big drop in the last couple of years. But I think streaming services have been a big factor in why it's been so good.
I mean, hence why Disney is now shifting focus on Disney Plus. Bob Iger, I think his name is is that the CEO?
CEO, yeah.
Yeah, he's the one. He said that the reason why they got Fox was basically for Disney Plus.
Well, think about it. You add both of those franchises, you got a lot of movies there that you can go after.
You can do all your old movies too that people love. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were smart to do that. So
it's going to be interesting to see what that library looks like.
Yep. So next up, we've got
Who's in that movie?
Who's in that movie?
Who's in the movie?
Who joined that movie?
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance.
Big story coming out of DC, which have been really excited lately with what they've been putting out, because Shazam, and I really think that they're starting to move forward in the right direction. James Gunn wants John Cena in Suicide Squad 2, which is really exciting, because he could play somebody like Ric Flair.
Yeah, Ric Flair type of a character for sure.
Like an army somebody.
Very much like what he did in Bumblebee, which I think he did really well.
Oh, he did extremely well. Yeah. Also, people that have been inked into it, I know you didn't know this, but Margot Robbie is definitely coming back for it.
So we were saying earlier, a few movie rounds ago, that the Joker's not going to be in it, Harley Quinn's not going to be in it, and any of the characters pretty much are not going to be in it.
Yeah.
But it turns out that Margot Robbie is going to be back.
Also, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba's going to be in it, which will be interesting to see what he'll be.
I want to say that I think he would play the perfect Red Skull.
Red Skull?
Yeah.
I don't think he's in Suicide Squad, though.
No, but I mean, like, if they added somebody, I think that...
Oh, add a villain?
Yeah, I would love to see him as, like, Red Skull. Like, they have to go against the villains in this, obviously. I'd love to see, like, Red Skull's taking over, like, Gotham or something like that, and that's who they have to go after.
Yeah.
And because he plays such a great villain, especially in the... we'll be seeing in the trailer, but Hobbs and Shaw, he plays a really good villain in that.
You still have to see the movie, though.
I know, but I mean, like, from the trailers, like, he just plays the villain really well. I even liked him in when he was the villain for Star Trek a couple years back.
Oh, yeah.
Not Into Darkness. It was whatever the other one was.
One with Spock?
Yeah.
When Spock returned?
No, it was the third one.
Oh, okay.
But he was the villain in that, and I thought he did really good in that. He did a really good job of playing the villain. So that's who's in our movie.
No, and who else?
That was it.
Captain Boomerang.
Oh yeah, Jai Courtney. Jai Courtney's got to make a paycheck, so he's already in it. You know he's going to be in it. Why not? He's Captain Boomerang, eh?
And that was it.
That was it.
That was it for who's in that movie.
Yeah. So it brings us to our newest segment.
Golden shit of the week!
Hey guys. You guys know that we love a group of people in the movie industry, and more of the streaming industry. And the golden shit of the week goes to MoviePass. Hey, tell them how many users they've lost in the last year.
In the last year, MoviePass has lost 90% of subscribers. They were up, we had it down here. Yeah, they were at 3 million subscribers, and now they're at 225,000. So the prediction of MoviePass falling this year, It's coming to fruition.
We had that movie Lowdown, back in the day. We can go find that clip anywhere.
Oh, I should pull it up.
But yeah, we've been on the trail of Movie Pass this whole time.
Yeah,
and I feel like it's just finally.
It's a story of Icarus,
yeah,
if
right?
you will.
It's flying too close to the sun, my friend.
For real.
So that's the golden shit of the week. Well deserved for them.
Oh yeah, and if you guys aren't aware of Movie Pass, I know we got some new viewers. Basically, it's a subscription service where you can go to the movies. I think they have an unlimited pass, so you pay like I think it's $10 a month.
I think it was like $10.99,
$10.99,
$14.99,
and you can see unlimited movies, which sounds like a great deal. But there's catches and
well, they made catches. It wasn't catches at first, and then they had so many people doing it that they were like,
yeah, you weren't able to see the new Tom Cruise movie last year when it came out in theaters until like 2 weeks later. So you can only see older movies.
Yep.
And ever since then, they've been getting kicked around, and now look where you're at. You're done. You're done.
But with that being said, that is the end of our news for this week. So let's get into those trailers. We got movie trailers. So first up on our movie trailers, we have one that was released just yesterday called Skin.
Yeah, Skin. So this one is a movie about a astute young man raised by racist skinheads and notorious among white supremacists. Turns his back on the hatred and violence to transform his life with the help of black activist and the woman he loves. So this looks like a really intense movie, very much like the movie Green Room I saw a few years ago.
I would say also like that one with Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe, yeah.
Is that?
No,
that wasn't it. I was gonna say. I forget what that one was.
Oh, he's a skinhead?
That one looked like this is kind of like that.
Imperium, I believe it's called. That one's pretty good. He basically was an informant. So this movie, it has Jamie Bell. If you guys aren't aware, Jamie Bell, he was in Jumper. He's a Fantastic Four. He was Ben Grimm. And then he was in one of my favorite shows called Turn, which is, he played a revolutionary historic character. And then we got here Mike Coulter from Luke Cage is going to be in this movie. He's probably going to be the one that is his friend.
The activist.
The activist. And we got Vera Farmiga, which she's been in quite a few things. She was in Up in the Air, The Departed, An Orphan. So it's a pretty strong cast, and
looks very dramatic.
Looks very dramatic. The director is Guy Nativ. He's from Israel, and he's done a lot of movies that are similar to this type of genre. It seems
very
like.
dramatic.
Very dramatic. Other than that, it has already came out into film festivals. So there is a IMDb rating 6.1, which is not too bad, I guess. You know, that's at 250 people or so.
I think that when it comes out to theaters, it'll be a little bit more powerful.
Yeah. So. I think this will hit home for a lot of people. But this movie is rated R, of course. It's 2 hours long, and it's based on a true story.
So we'll be seeing that coming up soon, and that I think I want to see that.
Yeah,
it looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So,
yep, it comes out on May 6th. So
tune in.
Stay tuned. All right, next up we have a movie called The Professor, starring Johnny Depp. We also have Danny Huston. He was Stryker in Wolverine. He's in 21 Grams. The Aviator. Kind of looks like, what did I say?
Aviator?
Anthony Bourdain.
Okay.
We got Ron Livingston, the guy from Office Space, who's also going to be in the new Godzilla movie, and a few others.
This surprised me. We kind of looked at the trailer like, oh, it's a Johnny Depp trailer, you know, like he's been going through some shit. This actually really touched my heart. It's about a man that is, I guess, given terminal cancer, 60 to 90 days. And he kind of talks like this the whole time. He talks like this. He's got a real Johnny Depp voice. I'm Johnny Depp, and these are how my voices are going to sound like for the rest of my life. So, but I mean, it looks good. It looks fun. Looks like a lot of rule breaking, a lot of like losing your inhibitions, kind of like, you know, your typical cancer
Someone
story.
sleeping with his wife.
Yeah. So looks fun. This was filmed probably between his time where he was kind of going through a dark divorce stage,
Which is crazy because
he looks great.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he was going through a divorce though. It's just funny how it coincided. Like this type of character was happening in his actual life.
Probably made that way.
You know, I'm just gonna cause destruction.
Yeah. But super lighthearted and looked really fun, so it's something that I'll probably see in the theater.
Yeah. This one also comes out in May, surprisingly. And then it's written and directed by Wayne Roberts. It was released at a film festival in Switzerland last year, and it has about 295 people that have reviewed it on IMDb. It has an 8.3 right now, so it's doing well with critics. But we'll see once it hits theaters.
Yep.
Like I said, May 17th, and it's rated R, and it's an hour and 30. So if you're looking for a new Johnny Depp,
check it out.
Check it out.
Last up for our movie trailers, we had one that just picked willy-nilly for fun and ended up being pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised by this. This is a comedy drama horror called Zoo.
Yeah. The weirdest thing that I saw, it's a comedy drama horror romance. That's not the weirdest. The weirdest is it's PG.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How are you gonna make a PG?
So it looks like it's gonna be like a rom-com almost, because it's the quote online is it's a couple trying to survive the zombie apocalypse and their marriage, save their marriage.
I don't understand how it's PG though, man. Like it's a British film about romance, and
but there wasn't any gore. There was like a
nudity almost. The girl was naked on top of the guy.
Yeah.
That would be a PG-13.
But maybe they you know, we never saw that scene. They might just be showing that, and then she somebody comes in the room and she covers.
Of course, but still, that would still be a PG-13 usually.
Nah.
If it has something like that.
Yeah, we'll see, because it might just be releasing in Britain, but no named characters here. None of them that are going to be recognized.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people. Yeah.
Look, we can barely keep up with American films. Don't even get us started on UK films.
Yeah, this guy's they're just British actors, and they're in British TV shows. One of the main characters, Ed Spellers, he's in Downton Abbey, if you're into that. Didn't say. I haven't watched that one. Outlander, on Wolf Hall. All those are at BBC shows. So it's written and directed by the same guy, once again. Antonio Tublin. And this is like one of his first movies.
Yep.
So I don't know. It just threw me for a loop.
It's another couple that like get involved at one point. They think they're the only ones left, and it's just your typical kind of zombie movie with romance, comedy, and a marriage story.
Yeah, and even like the couple that joins them, they're like, it's either us or them.
Yep.
But they're not going to show them killing them because it's PG.
They might just leave them there to die.
So it must be a loophole or a red herring in the trailer.
You know, and they might have ranked this a little too early. Maybe it's a little bit more violent. They just haven't seen it yet.
Could be true. Because it's already been released at festival, and it's been rated by 65 people, a 7.0 on IMDb, and yeah, it comes out on the 5th.
Guess it's already been out.
But that was just at the film festival in the United States. So
it should be coming out
didn't say on the
later.
trailer.
No, it'll be coming out probably later this year.
So it's coming soon, so they don't have released it yet. So it's that new. Cool. That is it for this week's trailers. and didn't have movie review. So,
well, let me say I did get to see some of the footage that Marvel leaked, and
yeah! Sorry about that, folks. I didn't want to spoil it for you all, but thank you so much for watching the show. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and share on Facebook if you are on there. But as always, I am TJ Washuk.
And I'm Disney.
We love you, and good night. I told you not to talk about that! God damn it!